morning. I severely underestimated how much would be going on in my personal life at the moment. I did not expect things to take the turn that they have. It's not bad, but I also underestimated just how long it takes to read like 100 chapters of manga, and so this what is reading all my manga is going to come out a little bit later. So I thought instead a little bit easier to do would be a book tag, and so I've dug out my old phone because I had an entire collection. Right, okay. Oh, I have several collections of book tags. Okay. The Fairytale Book Tag. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Some of them I have like the source, so like the blog where I found them, or the YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I didn't write that down for this one, but that's okay. Okay, so the first one is Beauty and the Beast. Pick a book where love triumphs everything. Now I quite like romance, and in the Anglosphere, like genre convention is romance has to end in like happily for now or happily ever after. So I mean, you can't go wrong with Talia Hibbert. I have the Brown Sisters on my TBR. I've read the first two and I loved them. You know what? No. My favorite book of all time is, oh god, don't blank on me now. One Life, One Incarnation, Beautiful Bones. It's by Mobile Faybal, and I love it. I melt every single time. But also just like a shout out to Mobile Faybal, who, like, there are quite a lot of like the entertainment industry in her books because I think she's also a screenwriter. But they're all different, like in tone, in like she has like really sweet romances, and a romance that is all about like the hero reading out recipes to the heroine that you cannot read when you're hungry because that's hell. But I think this one stands out to me because like it's such a long time coming and it's so unconventional. It is both like a love at first sight and a second chance, and that's because the heroine, has retained her memories from her past life, and I love it. It's a long time coming, these two getting together. There's so much baggage in history that's coming upon them on like the seas of time, because it's not I don't want to spoil that, but it's such a long time coming and they deserve it so much, their happy ending, and I just love it. Okay, Cinderella. Pick a book with a beautiful cover change. And I don't think there is. I don't think I've ever seen a cover change and been like, oh, that's better. Wow, no, I don't. Oh my god. I'm going to cheat because this is not the same thing at all. I'm going to say that I think no, I'm sorry. It's never been for the better. Never. The third is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Pick a book with a large cast of characters. Which makes me think fantasy. But okay. No, there has to be one with a large cast of characters. First one that comes to mind is Immortal, and I think Chris Waddell worked on it. But that was such a long time ago. I don't even. The Immortals, sorry. And The Immortals has, because the first thing that came to mind was, like Earthly Cycle, which is like is a hardback with like over 1,000 pages, but its cast isn't actually that big. But The Immortals is also like 600, 700 pages. There was definitely a lot. Listen, I never finished that book. It was too big for me, and I'm going to say The Immortals, which is apparently book 10 in a series. I don't remember liking it, but I should probably go back to it at some point, And then we have 4, Sleeping Beauty. Pick a book that put you to sleep. A book that put me to sleep. Alice in Wonderland. Okay, I've listened to like 5 versions of Alice in Wonderland, usually all an audiobook, and I keep going back to the book not because I love it, but because I don't remember what happens in it. And I did listen. I think I was just not well at the time, but I put it on. I don't think I lasted 10 minutes, and then I woke up at the end. So, unfortunately, Alice in Wonderland. This one is Red Riding Hood. Pick a book with a big bad wolf in it. Okay, I'm gonna have to give me a sec. I'm gonna have to Google this. This is another one that I didn't finish. It was great, and I don't usually read books of that type, so like don't take my, don't take my opinion on it. Because obviously I don't know what people like in the genre. I don't know if it's doing what it's doing well. I stopped reading it because it was like a very kind of realistic take on a world with like supernatural elements. And I think it was around the time Trump first came to power, and I was like, it's doing realistic in a way that I don't want to deal with right now. Yeah, okay, here it is. Big Bad Wolf by Salika Snyder. Yes, okay, so this dude he's going to jail, and the female lead is a lawyer and a psychologist who knows he's guilty, but she wants to help him in his defense, and then I think for some reason they end up on the run before the trial can end. And so yeah, no, it was great, and I really should get back to it. But yeah, literally Big Bad Wolf. And then the last one The last one is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which, apologies. Pick a book with a world that sucked you in. I mean, a lot of worlds suck me in is the problem. World that sucked me in. A Magic Steeped in Poison. Let me just make sure I'm getting the title right. This is another one that I kind of dropped and I need to pick back up. It's by Judy Eilen. It is the Book of Tea Duology. It's the first book. And this is tea magic, of course, which I really like, but also it was such a breath of fresh air when I picked it up, because like I like Chinese fantasies, but this one kind of approached it in a way that I didn't really see with other ones. Like I read The Poppy War and I enjoyed it, but you know, that's just, it's a kind of version of China where like martial arts magic happens, whereas this one was like, oh, we mentioned like, God, I keep getting the two mixed up, either like the 5 souls and the 3 spirits, or the 3 souls and the 5 spirits, and like characters were introduced describing them in idiomatic ways, and I just like, yeah, so I was like, it was pulling me into the world because I love tea and I love magic, you know, but also like I was finding all these elements that I wasn't getting in other Chinese fantasies, and so I was also throwing myself into the book up until I wasn't. Sorry. But I will be reading this again for the New Moonathon, which starts tomorrow, so you'll probably have to deal with me talking a lot more about it. And that was, sorry, the Fairytale tag? That was the Fairytale Book Blog tag. I'm so sorry that I don't have like the name of the person who came up with it. But yeah, pretty pretty chaotic. But I hope interesting all the same. Anyway, thank you for watching. I promise I will be a little bit more like head screwed on straight for the next one.